Energy. It can neither be created nor destroyed, only converted from one form of energy to another. If you think about hospitals and the amount of energy that flows through them, from babies being born to those that have passed from illness or accidents, it has to leave some type of echo. We've been given the opportunity to investigate a hospital located between Vegas and Reno that many people have reported being haunted. Our guide, who wishes not to have her face shown on camera, is going to walk us around the hospital and tell us the experiences she and many others have had while working in the building.
As you can see, a lot of the equipment is still here. So this room's kind of interesting. Last year when we were doing the haunt here, these monitors would just start going on or beeping, or little lights would come on here, but if you can see, they're not plugged in. This here was covered in, I don't know what it was, but it was some sort of matter, and it looked like chunks of skin.
That's a little disturbing.
You know? So then there's a lot of these tools that are still left here, bone saws, and I don't know if they're just rusting or what, but if you look at some of these,
Looks like it still has blood on it.
it does to me. And I don't know what it is. Maybe it's rust, but
It's kind of creepy, right?
Yeah, well, for something to rust, there had to have been something on it.
right, and just sitting there. So this room back here gives me the EBGBs. I don't like being back here by myself at all. So even my son, who is very, very against any kind of paranormal, he's like, that's really stupid. He goes, no, I don't like being back there. I don't want to be back there. It's creepy. This room here, they had a gentleman break out of the prison that's out here, and they found him living in the hospital. The police will come and do walkthroughs every once in a while just to make sure people aren't hiding in here. Somehow he found a way into the hospital and was living in this room in here. So, and this is where the chamber was for the doctors. It was within the last 7 years because it was after it had closed.
Wow.
So yeah, he had a little heater in here and just
He was
made
just
his day.
comfortable.
Yep. So back here is where nobody likes to go by themselves.
Definitely a different feel in here.
Yeah. For me, coming in here, I get like a really stomach ache.
After Celia says there's a different feel in here, the camera blurs, then a voice that's not accounted for comes through the camera's audio.
Definitely a different feel in here.
Yeah. For me, coming in here, I get like a really stomach ache. Every once in a while we'd be standing here and it gets an extreme smell of sulfur. What's wrong with this? They would not come. I cannot get people to work back here unless they're with someone. Even little kids won't come back here by themselves. Lights on, doesn't matter.
Wait,
Yeah.
I just got a quick slight whiff.
It's usually about right there. And if you notice, if you come this way, whatever energy is there changes and it gets extreme. Like, look at my arms.
A quick like. Oh yeah. she's
Every
got-
time I come here,
she's got
every
the
time.
Chicken skin, all right.
Oh, in here is the lab. This is an odd room because for me, there is no way in. But yet every time I come in here, when I haven't been in the hospital for some time, there's dead birds. And I don't know how they get in because this door is always closed. So we've yeah.
The door closed.
But look at the ceiling. I don't know how they got in. And so I have propped the door so it kind of stays open a little bit because if these poor little birds get trapped in here, they can get out. We've found dead birds in the drawers. We've found dead birds. I usually find them here, but I don't know how they're getting in. And we don't find dead birds anywhere else in the hospital, just here.
Place to find it.
And there's no holes. Something I did want to say though is once we got into this main hall again, you hear things all the time. We'll see people and everybody who we've brought into the hospital with us are with us. We have heard people. We have to the point where we are afraid someone has broken and we have to make sure the whole place is cleared and there's nobody here. So we're back on this main hall. This is a shower room and there is a nurse's station.
As our guide is getting ready to tell us about what nurses used to experience in this hallway, there is a loud breath-like scream that comes through the camera's audio.
This is a shower room and there is a nurse's station. The nurses at night would see a gentleman and he would stand right here at the shower room and he would stare at them all night long. They were comfortable with it because they knew who he was and he was a nice gentleman. And he would stand right where you are, looking at the nurse's station and down the hall. So if you want to come back here, I'll tell you some of the experiences that some people have had. I had a lady come through. She worked here. She was a CNA. One of the things that she mentioned to me is in this room here, there was a lady who was on hospice. So she was passing away, they knew it. And as they tucked her in and they were ready to leave, all of a sudden the woman sat straight up in her bed, which she's passing away, so I don't know how she did that. She sat up straight in her bed and started screaming, "No, no, don't come get me. No, no, don't take me, don't take me." Fell backwards and died. They said it was such a terrifying experience, and the only thing that they could walk away from was saying, you better be careful on how you live your life because you never know who's coming to get you. She said it was the most terrifying experience, and she had experienced a lot of death working here, but for her to sit up, she said the horror that was on that woman's face and then just dead. They would get calls in the middle of the night, and the resident who was in here would say, "Can you get these kids out of here? They're being so loud, I want to sleep. Get them out of here." And they would say, "What kids?" And they're right here on the end of my bed. And apparently there were 2 children who would laugh and play all night long. Well, the woman who was in here was like, "They just won't leave me alone. I just want to sleep. Please make them stop." And so of course she says, "Okay, kids, out of here." She needs to get some sleep to appease the resident. And all of a sudden, within minutes, 2 doors down, another resident started complaining of the same thing. "Can you get these kids out of here? They're playing in here." Somebody reported that somebody was screaming in the hospital.
Oh.
So they just heard a bloody murder scream. So they called the police department and somebody comes and then all the alarms are going off. Nobody was here. We weren't here. So there was only a handful of people who had keys. Nobody was here. And we made sure everything was off and the alarms were not on when we came back. They had to actually come in here and turn them off. So we're coming back to the back hall. This hall probably has the most things happen on this hall. Nobody likes coming back here. There's a lot of weird noises that happen all night long. There are doors that close on their own, lights that come on their own, doors that open, like outside doors that open that we can't get open. Just a week ago, I tried to open a door. My husband tried to open the door. It was ajar. Nobody could get it open, and we were like, we're gonna have to fix this doorknob before we open the haunt. Right. And my son walked back there and it just lightly opens. But around this corner, apparently there was a nurse, and I cannot remember what they called her, but they named her. They saw her so often. She was a very tall woman, very like broad woman, and she was in one of those olden, like 60s nurses outfits, you know, the little hats. And they would see her briskly walk from the center of this hall around the corner. And people would think it was a nurse, like trying to get her attention, and then there was no one there. Things were happening, things were flying off the shelf. A knife come off the counter and jab into the floor. Apparently there was that knife I was telling you about, flew off and jabbed into that. How, I don't know, because that's not even enough material to hold it up. And she said that she watched it happen.
With all this power in here, I could imagine that feeding any type of energy here.
Mm-hmm.
Any type of supernatural energy.
Somebody just recently told me that there was a nook somewhere in the hospital that they would roll the dead bodies in. I have not found a nook like that, and there's no morgue in this hospital. However, the people who worked here told me that when someone would pass, they would wheel them into the laundry room with the sheet over them. So when they would come to work, the body would just hang out with them all day.
As we're setting up our stationary cameras to begin our investigation, we hear a disembodied whistle, then capture an EVP on the thermal camera. We then capture an EVP telling us to get out. Alright, we're getting ready to begin our investigation, and there has been a lot of death here. It's a hospital. It's that way in every hospital. You know there's all kinds of energy here from people that unfortunately passed away from accidents, natural causes, health problems, etc. So we're going to see what we can find. You ready to do this, Celia?
I'm ready. It's super blurry again. And I'm trying to zoom in and zoom out.
Listen carefully to the EVP captured and tell us what you hear. From accidents, natural causes, health problems, etc. So we're going to see. We have a device here that's in my hand, making that little static noise. If you come up to it and talk through it, we can hear you. Can you tell us your name?
What?
There's a voice there.
Lori?
Hello? Is there anyone here? Whoa. That was a loud male voice.
Loud, yeah. Eco something? Oh, they cut you?
Do you hear that
Yeah.
knocking?
We only want to communicate with you, that's all.
Okay, let's walk. Whoa. There's another male voice.
Is that what it was? A male's voice?
Hello?
I thought I heard walking.
We're not here to harm anyone. We just want to speak to you. I understand why you're still here. All right, we're coming into this area, X-ray area. People say that it smells like... Oh,
Whoa, that was loud. That was loud.
can you repeat that? People say it smells like... They smell sulfur in here. Why is that? Are you telling us to stop here?
Can you repeat that again?
Are you here? I feel like I'm being followed.
What? What did you say?
I feel like I'm being followed. Are you following us?
Wow.
It's starting to pick up through here.
This is wrong. Mom?
Mom?
Oh, that gave me chills. Mom. Who are you looking for? What is your mom's name?
Did you pass away in here? What did you see before you passed away? People reported kids in here.
Maybe that's why the word mom came through?
I feel like spider web feeling right there in my hand. Like right there on top of my hand there. Can you slam one of these doors through here?
You heard that?
Knocking.
Yeah. You heard that?
Knocking.
Yeah.
I feel you around me right now. Can you tell me your name? Are there good energies here or negative?
Can you come through and tell us one more thing? You don't need to be afraid of us.
Okay, I'm doing an EVP session with a digital recorder. There is a static that just picked up actually in the background. That's a spirit box. If you're in here, can you speak into this red light, please? What is your name? Do you mind us being in here? Are you sad that they're going to demolish this building?
You okay? A sharp pain?
There's a sharp pain like right here.
The heck? Well, you are.
Is that you? Alright, in the EVP.
I heard that.
It's not my name.
John.
What is your name? My camera that's sitting on the bed captures what sounds to be a child's voice replying to my question on the digital recorder. What is your name? What is your name? Who's in here?
Oh, like I got walked up on from behind.
People? You say people?
Yeah.
People walking up behind you.
Who just walked up behind me? What's your name? Thank you for talking to us through this device. We truly, truly appreciate that.
As we're walking over to the back side of the hospital to meet our guides so they can let us in, we hear someone open up a tarp covering the hallway behind us.
Whoa. Is that them?
Is that you guys?
Marco! Is that you guys? That's not them. Whoa. Is that them?
That you guys?
I thought you guys were over there though.
No,
We're good.
way
I
in
just
the
heard a
back.
bunch of stuff
Yeah.
moving back there.
No, that's not us.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
I just got a different feel right here. Is there anyone down here? She said no.
No. That was a weird no.
Do you mind us being down here? What's that? Are you behind us? All right, we're in the kitchen area. Your voice.
Did you hear walking behind us?
We heard you could move all those utensils over there, those spoons and stuff. Move a lot of things in here. Can you do that for us?
Apparently there was that knife I was telling you about, flew off and jabbed into that.
Can you do this? What was that? All right, we'll turn this off. You say goodbye.
Thank you for talking to us.
She has a device on right now. For you to come speak to it, through it, so she can hear you. She's going to relay those messages to me. What is your name?
David.
Thank you, David.
Celia. I said my name just now. A woman.
Can you close that door down at the hallway? With the chair?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you do it right now, please?
Ooh. I said yeah again. It was a woman.
What was that? Was that you?
Maybe.
Are you trying to move the door? Or the chair? Just to let y'all know that popping noise is the electrical box in there.
Leave.
Why?
Because?
Because why?
Sound like because? Hurt. Wow. I got cold chills all over me, man. Whoa. Who's with me? Whoa. I'm cold. There's something cold. It's something in front of me.
Are you in front of Celia? Can you make the meter
Yeah.
above her go off? There's something moving down there. That sounds like the door.
Go see. It says go see. Go
Go.
see what? Oh, it's going off. Dude, I have cold air around me. You need to come feel this. Lower. Whoa. I got chicken skin right now. That's the point.
I just heard talking.
Attack.
Attack who?
Her.
You're not gonna attack her.
Watch it. A woman's voice came through and said, John.
Are you asking for me, possibly? What the hell was that?
Turn the light on. Turn the light on.
I just heard like a weird ding.
Go away. Go away. I feel nauseous. I do. Bite.
This may be your last chance to show us that you're here.
What the hell was that?
Cold breeze right here on my arm. Is that you touching my arm? Are you grabbing my arm right here?
Oh man, my stomach hurts, dude. Like, thank you for talking to us.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Hello?
Knock, knock.
What?
I heard a disembodied voice say,
What in your
It
ear?
wasn't that. Yes. Like if somebody stuck their mouth there and said,
Coming up.
watch out.
What am I watching out for? What did it say?
I don't know.
I'm gonna say collapse.
I'm gonna stay down here.
Alright, we'll stay down there.
Floor is kind of weird.
Can you see me up here? So you can see me, huh?
Not a problem. Run.
Why should I run? Where are you at?
Was that you? Did somebody fall?
Maybe that was me. Is it this?
That was down here.
Down there?
Yeah, it was down here.
After reviewing the video, we find there was no cat beside the sign when I entered the top floor. Also, at the time you hear what we believe the cap being thrown, you can see I was not walking. Where are you at? The hospital is set to be demolished. However, building or no building, the voices of the spirits we heard will forever echo in time.